How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. A subscriber sent me this book titled Getting the Most Out of Life, an anthology from Reader's Digest. It's essentially about 40 to 50 condensed articles, each one about 3 to 5 pages long. And each one of these articles has to do with living life efficiently. And when I read through a few of these, I'm like, well, it really does ring true with this channel. Today I'm going to go over a very simple article titled The 7 Points of Departure. It talks about how to gracefully leave a social situation, which is something I personally had a problem with. But first, you must be wondering why the heck I'm on this exercise bike with this little table here. The company FlexiSpot sent me this bike to test out for you guys. So here's a quick 10-second test of this exercise bike. You can kind of have a feel for how heavy this thing is by me pushing it around. Goes down, goes up, goes down, goes forward, goes back. I can stand on it and just read my book. If I want to exercise while doing something on my laptop or read a book, I can just as well do that. If you guys are interested in this test bike, I'll leave an affiliate link down in the video description below where there's a coupon code for $100 off. Now, the person that sent me this book did not want to be identified, but this person used to be a fighter pilot, which I think is pretty darn cool. The 7 points of departure goes something like this. 1. Stand up. 2. Hold out your hand. 3. Say goodbye. 4. Go to the door. 5. Open the door. 6. Walk out. 7. Walk away. This is so simplistic, however, it's so to the point. Have you ever been in a social situation where things are sort of getting a little bit boring, you're just hanging around, and you just kind of feel bad because everyone else is still hanging around, however, maybe things are kind of going downhill a bit, but you feel bad. You don't want to get up and then just go, oh, I gotta go. Personally, I have a hard time peeling myself away because you sometimes have to wait for people to stop talking. You don't necessarily have to do that if you really need to go. Now, the article is only 3 pages long, so each one of these are really easy reads. If you have a few moments, you can just quickly read this in about 5 minutes, and you can easily digest all of this in very short bursts and just consume all the articles in here. I can't tell you how many times where I feel like I've stayed at some place for too long. Well, if you're talking to someone and you're having a good time, of course, yeah, stay as long as you want. But sometimes you might just very well be lingering around and having a hard time trying to say that you need to go. This article says the first thing you need to do is stand up. Now, people have a hard time standing up. You can basically stand up anytime you want. You can stand up to, I don't know, pretend to use the restroom even. Step 2, hold out your hand. Of course, you need to do this appropriately because if your host happen to not have hands, of course, you don't hold out your hands. Holding out your hands basically means that you're thanking your host, and most of the time they would already know if you're holding out your hands that you are getting ready to leave. Number 3, you have to say goodbye to your host and various other people along the way. If you do not say goodbye, it's considered rude, so this is something that you need to do, and if you do so, you will gracefully conclude your stay at that social gathering. Number 4, go to the door, and people are going to notice that you're going to doors. People are going to notice that you have your jacket on, you're making a move, you're trying to leave, and people will try to stop you and go, hey, where are you going? Where are you going so fast? Well, this is the point where you say you have to go, and then you have to say goodbye. You can just as well give them a handshake as well, and then you say goodbye to them as well. Number 5, you have to open the door because some people are going to try to block the door and keep you from exiting. Maybe they might hold the doorknob or something so that you can't even open the door. This article says, of course, you don't use violence or anything, but a gentle nudge with people is okay. 6, after you open the door, you need to walk out the door because sometimes you might be stuck at the door. People might be chatting you up and you are stuck there. You actually have to keep on walking and you have to keep that inertia going so that you would actually leave the event. Number 7, walk away, because if you just walk out the door, you could just as well just be stuck right in front outside the door for a long period of time. And I've seen this happen where people are just standing outside for like an hour, not really going home. So number 7, walk away and you're home free. I personally believe that these 3 pages, it's so important and I wish I knew them earlier. Leaving a social situation gracefully is more important than you think because wrapping up is just as important as getting invited to a place. With that said, you can execute these steps without people knowing that you're really executing any steps at all. Doing so will allow you to go to events without fear that you're gonna get stuck at such an event because you can very well just leave anytime that you want. This of course will save you time because if you do not fancy an event, maybe it's a little boring to you, then you can just as well leave and save yourself some time. I hope you liked the review of this single article in this book, and like I said, there's about 40 to 50 of these valuable gold nuggets inside this book over here. Don't forget to give me a like on this video, comment down below. Let me know if you ever have a hard time leaving a social situation. If you're interested in supporting my channel, check out my Audible link down in the video description below where you can get a free audiobook and you can choose to get this book if you want. And if you cancel the subscription before it expires, you can still keep this audiobook for free and you can help benefit this channel. I also have a Patreon over here where I give perks such as help with your credit score or help with your finances. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel over here and click that bell icon next to the subscribe button so that you get a new notification whenever I upload a brand new video. Thanks for watching.